Anna told me and my husband, Robert, that we should leave the house if we weren't going to help with the housework. Despite giving our son and his wife a monthly allowance of around $33,000 and enjoying spending time with them, Anna's harsh comments often hurt us. Although Anna is usually sociable and smiling, her cold words caught us off guard. One day, her words brought us to tears and changed our relationship with her. Our resentment towards her grew stronger each day. I am a 62-year-old housewife who spends peaceful days with my always smiling and gentle husband, Robert. Our son, Kevin, is compassionate like his father and has never had a quarrel with us. After graduating from university, he worked hard in the city and fell in love with Anna, a bright and energetic woman. When Anna first visited our home, she left a strong impression as a lively and charming woman. We wholeheartedly blessed their marriage, knowing that Anna was well regarded by everyone and serious about her work. The newlyweds started their new life in a modern apartment near the city center. Upon marrying, Anna decided to leave her job and take on all the household chores. Kevin appeared appreciative of Anna's assistance, which allowed him to concentrate on his job. I can depend on Anna, and she's doing a great job taking care of the house. Thanks to her, work has become even more enjoyable. We, especially I, were genuinely delighted that our son, Kevin, had accepted such a kind wife. However, I discovered through Anna that people can have a completely different persona once they shed their outer layer. At a Christmas gathering, I was astonished to see how much she had transformed from the previous image I had of her. Anna used to be a gentle black-haired woman who perfectly fit the description of a well-mannered lady. But now she had bright blonde hair, bold makeup, and flashy accessories. She looked like a young person following the latest trends, causing us to do a double take. Both my husband and I couldn't conceal our surprise, and other relatives also asked in unison, "Anna, is that the fashion now?" Kevin considerately defended Anna's changed style, saying, "Sorry for the sudden change, but since Anna is a homemaker, she doesn't have to worry about her appearance. She's rediscovering herself and enjoying her new image. Besides, she's still dedicated to housework, so I think it's okay for her to dress as she likes." I nodded and replied, "If Kevin understands and accepts Anna, we should too." We were just surprised, not intending to criticize her. However, Anna later drank excessively at a party and started to cause a scene while being inebriated. She bragged, "I defeated 3 schoolmates in middle school, don't provoke me," and made disrespectful remarks, even to us older individuals. "Why don't you perish sooner, old annoyances? Nobody desires your continued existence." Truly, her statements were both astonishing and distressing. Regardless of how much you consume alcohol, you should not utter words that trample on others' emotions. I was silently wishing that Anna would comprehend this. My spouse's expression was evidently darkened by astonishment and rage. Kevin, too, unable to conceal his bewilderment at Anna's words and actions, gently advised Anna to relax a bit and offer an apology. It's not appropriate to make such statements in front of everyone. Nevertheless, Anna, like a sulky child, adopted a challenging stance even towards Kevin. "Kevin, you always entrust household matters to me, correct? If it's you with your lack of strength, I can effortlessly handle you." And her determination only intensified, and she wound up expressing dissatisfaction to the individuals present. Everyone was unable to conceal their surprise and perplexity at her conduct. Ultimately, Anna drifted off to sleep for a while due to the alcohol, and during that period, tranquility was somewhat restored. But it is understood that everyone was annoyed with Anna. Some relatives gathered together, murmuring about Anna's conduct. Anna was discussing defeating her classmates earlier. Was she a bit unruly in the past? I believed Anna was an earnest individual since she graduated from a esteemed university. The relatives voiced their concerns, but do you truly aware of her past? Are you certain she's that earnest? Why not verify it? I considered, yes, that's a great suggestion. Kevin also reflected and confirmed, yes, I'll ensure to verify. When I employed a private investigation firm to examine Anna's history, a surprising detail was revealed. During her early teenage years, Anna led a small group, and those who knew her in that period always obeyed her. In high school, she seemed much more subdued outwardly, but her ties with her middle school companions remained strong. It transpired that while Kevin was at work, she had been inviting those old friends to the residence and causing disturbances for the neighbors. Upon learning about this undisclosed aspect of Anna, everyone was left speechless with astonishment. Kevin even contemplated separation, but Anna appeared genuinely regretful and implored with tears, "I won't repeat it. Please reconsider the separation." She then removed contacts from her phone in front of Kevin, severing communication with friends from her rebellious days. She also reached out to each of the relatives she had offended during the Christmas episode to express regret. I also received an apology call from her, and her sincere words made me begin to comprehend her a bit more. Kevin accepted her heartfelt apology and chose not to proceed with the divorce. I encountered Anna again during the summer. She had become more reserved and appeared transformed. I thought she must have matured, and I wanted to encourage her. However, life is uncertain. One day, during my work, I attempted to lift a heavy object and experienced sudden intense pain in my back. A coworker promptly escorted me to a medical facility where I received a diagnosis of a herniated disc. Upon sharing this with Kevin, he made an unexpected suggestion. Why not cohabit with both of you? It will be more secure with us together, especially since you're both not getting any younger. It would be inconvenient if something unforeseen occurs in the future. I was initially taken aback by his words, but I was actually contemplating the same idea, so I appreciated his consideration. As the pain subsided somewhat, the entire family convened to thoroughly discuss the matter. Consequently, Kevin and Anna ended up residing in our residence. Our home is roomy, and I believed that living together and assisting each other would be beneficial. With Anna's assistance, the new living arrangement was progressing smoothly. Anna was aiding with half of the household tasks, which significantly eased my workload. My spouse and I resolved to contribute $3,000 per month to assist with the household expenses. Although it's a substantial sum for someone working part-time, I wanted to support the family as much as possible. However, I began to observe changes in Anna. She frequently mentioned feeling unwell and requested help with household duties. Initially, I thought it was normal for individuals to have good and bad days, so I assisted her. But I started to sense something was amiss. She appeared quite well during meals, and she often went out during the day. Perhaps she was presently feeling well. I inquired, "Anna, I regret to ask, but I'm a little curious. Are you truly feeling unwell? You go out frequently, so have you been feeling improved?" I inquired with a slight smile. Her eyes gleamed, and she responded rather angrily. "What, are you doubting me? Do you want me to strike you?" I was taken aback that Anna would speak to me like that, but from the tone of her words, I sensed a glimpse of her resolute side from the past. Anna looked at me with some pleasure and stated, astonished, "I just recollected the old me. Until now, I've been playing the role of a quiet woman, but I can't endure it anymore. I'll start revealing my true self, and if you resist, it won't end well." I wondered if Anna used to be like this in the past. I was somewhat daunted by her, but having had various experiences in my life, I gathered the courage to express to her, "Anna, please don't trouble me any further. This is our home, and we should be considerate of each other. If it leads to trouble and escalates into a crime, I won't hesitate to call the police." Anna appeared somewhat surprised and seemed to be contemplating my words. "Oh, be quiet. What are you talking about?" And a sudden outburst startled my spouse and Kevin, who emerged wide-eyed, wondering what was happening. It was the weekend, so they seemed to have been relaxing in the living room. "What's wrong with Anna?" I casually conveyed the reason for her anger, and the expressions on my spouse's and Kevin's faces darkened. "Why don't we relax and converse?" my spouse proposed, and the four of us gathered. He gazed at Anna and spoke kindly. "Maggie is appalled. Perhaps you should express regret." But Anna didn't appear inclined to entertain the proposal at all, shrugging her shoulders proudly. "Why do I need to apologize to this elderly woman? I relocated here to receive assistance with this and that, but you know what? It's entirely different from my expectations. That's why I'm just a little annoyed. It's acceptable to say anything to the unproductive elderly, right?" The three of us were astounded by her words. We had no clue she was here for such a purpose. Anna continued, "From now on, I'll do as I please. You're not required anymore. You elderly individuals are just a bother. Just depart." Her words completely exasperated me. How could I coexist with such an individual from now on? Not just me, my spouse was also furious, and with a look of profound anger I had never seen before, he said, "Then we'll depart immediately." I resolved in my heart to sever ties with Anna and responded, "Yes, I'll depart with you." We couldn't take the furniture and large items right away, so we decided to return for them later, and we left the residence. Kevin chose to remain at home for the time being. He wanted to converse with Anna. I respected his decision. My spouse and I resolved to change our mood and stayed at a nearby affordable hotel. It was sudden after all, and it's less exhausting and more comfortable than staying at someone's residence. The hotel seemed just right as a temporary shelter. The following day, I got more than 20 consecutive calls from Anna on my mobile phone. I considered ignoring them, but I yielded to her persistence, thinking it might be something significant, and responded just once. "Hello, Maggie. I want to talk to you." Her voice from the other end of the phone sounded spoiled. I sensed a bit of playfulness or something. She acted as if nothing had happened yesterday, and I was surprised by the gap. I thought about Anna's multiple facets, wondering how many personalities does she have. Feeling that talking to her over the phone would be just tiring, I said, "I can't talk now," and quickly hung up. After that, I blocked all incoming calls from Anna. My husband also shut out her contacts. Around noon, I received a call from Kevin. "Mom, you might be surprised, but I've divorced Anna." I informed her this morning after I left the house, and I've submitted the divorce papers. Her reaction was as expected, saying, "Try it if you want." But I went ahead without hesitation. I was relieved at my son's decision and was proud of his courage. Considering Anna's various attitudes and yesterday's events, it was a natural outcome. When I told him about Anna's flirtatious phone call, he was also surprised, saying, "She did that to you too." Kevin gradually revealed more surprising facts. Anna used to act cute to try and reconcile when things weren't going well with her ex-boyfriend. It's incomprehensible that she's trying to overcome things the same way at her age. Indeed, that's unexpected. I believed that perhaps Anna, in spite of her education, still possessed the heart of a girl. Then Kevin brought even more surprising information. Not only did Anna have another man besides me. What, truly? Lately, Anna began going out more frequently. She claimed she was tired, but she appeared quite energetic. So I became a little suspicious and engaged a detective agency. And then I discovered she was socializing with a man I didn't know. I even obtained photographs. When I viewed the image that Kevin sent via smartphone, Anna was beaming brightly, happily engaging with a young man. The man's hair was green, and he appeared somewhat stylish. When I brought up the alimony to Anna, she reacted casually, which is just like her. Naturally, I will also demand it from the individual she had an affair with. Why did she contact me then? Perhaps she became a little agitated. She probably didn't anticipate I would actually leave her. She always assumed I would be by her side. Maybe she wanted to find out where you and Dad were. If she knew your location, she might be able to find mine too. I smiled and said, "I have zero intention of listening to her troublesome requests." but I genuinely wanted to do my best for your happiness. Upon hearing Kevin's account, I felt it was best to maintain a distance from Anna. My spouse, Kevin, and I found a new starting point for our life. We decided to reside in a cozy-looking apartment, envisioning our new daily life as a trio. There were numerous memories in that house, but we decided to market it, believing it was somewhat too roomy for Kevin. Perhaps an apartment would be suitable. I'm thrilled about the fresh start, Kevin exclaimed, optimistic about the new surroundings. Anna would forfeit the residence she resided in, but that was no longer our worry. When we visited our former home to gather our possessions, escorted by a family member who willingly assisted us, she welcomed us with an odd grin. I've been contemplating on my own. I need to save money, and I don't wish to make spousal support payments, so I think it's preferable to reconcile. Being by myself feels solitary. What do you think about cohabiting once more? Taken aback by her remarks, yet observing no sign of remorse or contemplation about her actions, our tolerance reached its threshold. Anna, I have no desire to entertain your appeals. If you want to have a serious discussion, I want you to express your emotions appropriately. And I disapprove of your demeanor, my spouse calmly informed her. Fulfill the spousal support obligations. We plan to hand over this property to new occupants, so depart. Our relationship will not revert to its previous state. I am embarking on a new chapter, so let's each go our separate ways. Anna smiled ruefully. Honestly, I assumed life would be simpler if I wedded Kevin since he has a steady income. But now, I genuinely value Kevin. I desire for the four of us to reunite. Despite her words, our resolution to embrace a future without her was resolute. Our accompanying relative, who had remained silent until his patience wore thin, finally spoke up. Anna, truly you're incredible. You're terrible. If you wish to express that you're more powerful than others, then challenge me. By the way, I used to excel at judo, so I'm quite self-assured. He approached Anna with a mischievous look, almost taunting her with his gaze. A hint of force radiated from his entire body. This relative in his early 30s was muscular and had outstanding athletic abilities. According to him, he had participated in national judo competitions. He took on the role of exerting some pressure on Anna during this incident. Taken aback by his overpowering presence, Anna said, I don't want to engage in a conflict with you, a troubled expression on her face. Anna, why don't you consider others' feelings more before you act and speak? Also, apologize sincerely and pledge not to get involved with them anymore. Anna lowered her head slightly, like a child, and said, I apologize. I'll gather my belongings now. Additionally, I'll donate all of my unnecessary personal possessions. I'll leave immediately, so I'm sorry. With that, she hurriedly departed. The relative jokingly remarked, Anna is quite amusing, isn't she? She's bold towards people who appear weak, but she quickly retreats when faced with a slightly stronger opponent. We also shared a laugh and savored the atmosphere at that moment. After Anna left, the moving process proceeded more smoothly than anticipated, and we were able to embark on a new life in our new home. It appeared that Anna also commenced a new life in a new location. The conflicts between Kevin and her were gradually progressing towards a solution. Anna eventually agreed to the spousal support quietly with the assistance of a lawyer. It appeared that the remarks of her relatives truly mirrored her character. I recently learned about Anna's predicament. Although I haven't met her in person, I discovered through the news about her arrest due to domestic violence. Additionally, based on hearsay from acquaintances and neighbors, as well as my own observations, I envisioned the kind of days Anna had been enduring. It appears she has been struggling due to the spousal support payments, and her beloved savings had nearly depleted. When she attempted to embark on a new life with the individual she had a romantic involvement with, that individual abruptly ceased all communication. Subsequently, she tried a new job, but resigned shortly after encountering issues with her employer. She faced financial hardship and even sought assistance from us, but our family maintained a distance from her, so we refrained from getting involved in her problems. Anna attempted to seek support from old friends for her financial woes, but it seemed there was no one willing to assist her among those who were acquainted with her. Then she instigated a significant altercation with one of them and was apprehended. Upon learning about her situation thereafter, we felt she should be remorseful. Due to her history of various misdeeds, it had ultimately led to this. She has frequently caused disruptions since her school days, so I trust she acknowledges this stern reality and engages in introspection. Our family is enjoying our days at ease, the three of us as parents and son. We have intentions to go on a trip together, and we're eagerly anticipating it. Getting on very nicely. Our present abode, the flat, is tinier than a residence, so it doesn't require much time to tidy up, and it's simple to reside in because of its great position. Ever since relocating here, our everyday existence has become even more pleasurable. I aim to carry on generating numerous enjoyable moments with my